guys, welcome to the next video. This video is another back to basics video, and it is basic eyeshadow. Now I've done this eye, and basically what we need to think about when we're starting off with eyeshadow is what kind of eyes do we have? So what kind of eyes do I have? Do I have close set eyes, which means they're quite close together? Spaced out eyes or wide set eyes, which are a bit wider than usual, or do I have just basic eye shape? So your eye level, the space apart, is just one eye width apart. That's the one I have. So it's really important just to find out your eye shape, and that way you get to use colours and try different colours that actually complement your eye shape, which is really important. Then the next step to take is just to really familiarise yourself with the next three things, which is a highlight, a mid-tone, and then your basic lid colour. And then also contouring, and contouring really takes place along this the third section of the mid-tone, really, just to kind of contour what you've done, and I will go through that with you. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my lid colour like I have done here. This eye is done. The pictures may show it up better as well, but basically I've come in with a creamish colour just for the lid, and we're going to do that now. And today I'm using my brushes that I showed you before, the Froilin brushes here. And again, do check out my other video, my previous Back to Basics brush set, to really find out all about those brushes, and then on my website is where you can get them as well. So I'm going to start out just with the lid colour. For that I'm going to be using this brush, and I'll just show you guys. Okay, and this is from my Accessorize palette, and I'll be using my white from that palette. So we're going to dip that in, and we're only going to put it around the lid and maybe the corners of the eyes. And if you brighten the corners of the eyes, all you're doing is really kind of getting rid of anything that your concealer and foundation didn't do, and you're just brightening up that eye and making it look fresh. So what I'm going to do is just put this just over the lid. We're not going to go higher than the lid. And a little bit into the inner corner. And there we go. Because we really just want to bring forward the colour, or the lid section of our eye. Anything that you want to bring forward, you put like a flesh tone kind of matte based colour. Anything you want to recess back, which is the highlighted area here, you put like a mid-tone, which I will go through with you now. So now that the colour is on the lid, we're going to go in with a matte brown. And the matte brown here is what I'm using, and you can see I have hit pan on it, but it's a very matte light brown. A little bit darker than my skin tone, which is what I want to do, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create definition here just above the lid. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to get that colour on my brush. And this is a very basic back to basic eyeshadow look, and it's just about knowing what colours to use and where to use them. So now that that colour is on my brush, we are going to start on the outside and then go in. The reason we start on the outside is because not only you can get a good shape and you can get a good kind of motion for kind of moving back and forward, but the most product is obviously on your brush where the first time you touch your skin. So you don't want to come in here or here and then have a lot of colour in one area that looks a little bit odd. So if you come out to the end, just to where your eye, this kind of eye shape here, so if I just do that, you can see where you should start. So we're going to just start, and always look forward. Don't kind of manipulate the eye like this or like this, because you're actually not doing a natural look then. If I look straight forward and I don't move the eye and I do it then, at least that way I know when I take the brush away and I'm looking normally, the definition of colour will still be visible, which is what we want. So we're just going to look forward into the mirror and bring that colour in. And again, as you can see, the colour will mostly be on the outside moving inwards. Once we have that on, what we're going to do next is get our clean brush for blending. Excuse me. So we're just going to use this brush here for blending, and this is a clean brush. Make sure it's clean and doesn't have product on it. All we're doing is just blending the colours we've applied so it doesn't look so harsh. Okay, now for our highlight I'm using my pastel palette, and this is kind of a non-shimmery, kind of basic a pale white, so to speak. I know white is pale, but it kind of has nice pigments to it, and it's perfect for highlighting. So I'm going to use my brush to just go in and place, I'm literally patting on the colour where I want my highlight to be, because I want to create the definition I created along my other eye. So we're patting on the colour, and the blending brush will then blend the colour nicely in, and it won't look so harsh. Again, we're going to go back in now with this to blend. Now for my contouring colour, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker brown, which is the accessorised brown here. And where we're going to place this is just, if I show you with my brush, we're going to place it just along here, and we're going to blend it inwards. Not the entire way in, maybe a third way in, just to here. So this is the brown we're going to take with a clean brush. What we're going to do is look in the mirror. I'm going to hold the brush this way, and along the sides we're placing that colour, we're rubbing that colour just along this area. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our blending brush and start to blend that inwards, but not the entire way in. And what it does, it creates a contoured effect. And again, as I said before, the product placement is really important here, because it really just creates two different kind of colours, but they kind of mix in quite well and give you a kind of a natural look to your eyes, which is what you want. So once that's done, you can go with the mid-tone if you didn't want to put liner, and just go underneath the eyes here. This eye is coming off a little bit stronger because I have obviously previously done this. So what we'll do is we'll go back in as well with our contouring colour, and we'll just do this again because it has been a little bit of time since I did this one for you guys. So as I said before, I'm just bringing it to the corner, working it in, then getting my contouring, or sorry, not my contouring, my blending brush, which looks like this, and we are then just blending that in just like we did in the other eye. And again, I'm just doing this for the purposes of the video, as I can see from the mirror that this one is coming off a little bit stronger, only because it's fresher. That's the only reason. But obviously you would do this in around the same time, so you don't have to worry about that. So when that's done, we then do our mascara, and that finishes kind of the eyeshadow, the basic eyeshadow look. The mascara I'm using is the Lasting Finish by Maybelline, Black is Black. And we're using that on the top and bottom lashes. And this is basically your basic eyeshadow look. So what you want in a basic eyeshadow look is, just to recap, is you want to have a clearly defined colour separation, but also that it looks natural. So you want to have a bright colour on the lid, you want to have a mid-tone colour, maybe a brown, dark fleshy colour on the crease, and then you want your highlighting colour, and you want all of that to kind of blend in quite nicely. and that's what I've tried to create for you here today. Thank you for watching the video. The next video will be the review of the new GHD pink diamond that I received, and I will be showing you what I feel, how it works, any good points that I have to tell you about it. Also, the very good thing about this new GHD is that if you're in the UK, £10, if you're in Australia, $20 goes towards the breast cancer research. That's really good as well. So if you purchase the Pink Diamond GHD, you do actually give money to the cancer foundations who are trying to come up with new ways to try and beat cancer. So that's always a very good thing and a very positive thing. So I will be doing that next, and thank you for watching the video.